Hey guys, welcome back. Today we're going to be talking about when we were dating. So the last video you saw, we talked about how we met, and now today we're just going to talk about my dating scheme. And
Why does it have to be a scheme? Were you plotting the whole time?
mhm.
Why can't it just be like your strategy?
Yeah,
Like,
strategy, scheme, whatever.
scheme just seems so evil.
Maybe. Anyways, so like I said, we met that Friday and Saturday night, and then after that, we went to church, and then after that, we planned our first date. Right? Was that how it happened?
More or less, yeah. Well, did it? Yeah.
Well, here's the thing. So we went on, and it wasn't a date, but
Oh no, wait. This is what happened. I remember now. So, okay. I was going out, my girlfriend came into town. She was just like stopping through Jacksonville or whatever. So I was like, oh, let's go get drinks, yada, yada, yada. He had texted me and he was like, oh, what are you doing? Da, 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 da. And we happened to be at like the ale house or something like that getting drinks. So him and his homeboys come through or whatever.
this was not a date.
Yeah, it wasn't a date. It was just like, oh, he texted me, what am I doing? I told him and he actually came. Imagine that. So he came or whatever, and we were drinking. It was time for the bill to come. And like, I can pay for my own stuff. We all can pay for our own things. And this boy told me he was not going to pay for my food or my drinks.
I told you I was gonna pay for one drink, and I paid for one drink, which was the drink that we had together. When I showed up there, right, because I wasn't in the plans, right? So what reasoning behind that is because a lot of females do this thing where they have guys take them out, get them something to eat, and then they never talk to this guy again. So that ain't me.
I wasn't going to do that. I mean...
Well, I didn't know you from John. So,
anyway, so he tried to play me like that. I'm just kidding.
It worked.
He didn't play me. It's fine that he paid for one. I get it. I understand the principle. So yeah, so then after that, we were just talking and stuff. We had went to church at that point, I think.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah, because, after we met, we went to church the next day. And then we had our first official date.
Yeah, we had our first official date.
Where he
really
actually
nice.
did pay for everything.
Yeah. I felt like being a gentleman on the first date, so where did we go? The fish camp?
Yes. North Beach Fish Camp.
North Beach Fish Camp. And the first go around, I didn't want to. There's nothing for me to prove. I didn't want to prove to her, oh, I got money and I can buy you food. That's not me. That's not how I roll. And it worked out. You know what I'm saying? She continued to text me. We went on our first date, and then when she started coming over to my apartment, what it was. She would come over, we would hang out, we would watch TV, and then one day she brought, I don't know if she made it though.
I made it. That was my dinner, and
But
I just happened to bring you some extras because I felt...
Oh, you brought me leftovers.
I felt... It wasn't even leftovers, I made it that day. How was that leftovers?
But it was leftover from what was had for dinner.
Yeah, because I ate
So
already.
what would it was leftovers.
No, leftovers is like the next day.
No, leftovers is just what was left over from dinner.
No. Whatever.
So,
Anyways, I brought him these little tuna cake things and I think some wine because I
a
like
bottle of wine.
Yeah, well, when I watch my shows, I like to enjoy a glass of wine. So I just basically went over and did what I would normally do at home, just at his house. And he baked me cookies.
Yeah, but the tuna cakes and the bottle of wine, I was like, Or she just might like me, or maybe like, well, I'm just finding out that she brought me leftovers, so I don't know. I guess
They're not leftovers.
But it's all good. We're here 2 years later. So that's kind of how things went in terms of our dating game. So the first official date, we had a couple more, and then we had a few unofficial ones in between there where we just hung out. And then one important thing that stuck with me is we took the adult interaction out of our dating for a few weeks to kind of see how serious this was. And I think that that's very important when it comes to learning someone and dating.
Well, yeah, because we were like, I wouldn't say things were like hot and heavy, but just everything was just like going so smoothly. We were,
It was picture perfect.
It was like almost too good to be true. So I was like, wait a minute. Let's just like take that part out. Like, let's not even kiss or anything. We'll continue to date and like hang out and stuff or whatever, and just see if like this attraction that we feel is like really real and really pure, and like not like lustful or sexual like stuff added into it. So we did that. He plays soccer or football, if you will.
Football.
And so he was doing outdoor league at the time, and I went to one of his games and stuff. So like we started.
That was early on when we were dating too, right?
Yeah, but that was like right around the time when we said like, oh, no kissing or anything. Right. So like I went to the game, you guys won, I think, and then it was time to leave, and I was just like, we just hugged and went our separate ways.
It was really, it was weird at that point. Yeah. But I think the point there is, we made an effort to do different things to make sure that we can still enjoy each other and still enjoy ourselves. And it worked out really well.
I don't even really remember how long that whole ordeal lasted, but then like a turning point for me when I knew that like I really loved this man, and I was like so confused and so upset with myself, like how could this happen so quickly, and I'm scared. Like, first off, I didn't know that he felt the same way. Like, I knew that he liked me and enjoyed my company and whatever, but I was really afraid that of my feelings and how strongly I felt for this man, like so soon, so sudden. And it was right around his birthday.
Oh yeah, and I had started asking questions to some of my buddies who were already married. I started asking questions like, how do you know that someone is the one, or what's the feeling like? And the common answer, the common response was, there is really no feeling. You just know when you know. I asked my dad. I asked a lot of my very close friends, and the response really was the same. And it was a very, very new feeling to me, because nothing felt like it was forced or a lot of effort was put into it. And one thing that was kind of confirmed, that was actually not even kind of, one thing that was confirmed was that smile and that happiness and that laughter that I saw on the first night that I met her was that's what it was. Like, that's what she is. She's just a bundle of joy. Anybody who knows me knows that I love to laugh and love to have a lot of fun. First time that I held her hand.
No, you held my hand way before that concert. You held my hand at the first concert we went to.
So that R. Kelly one was not the first concert?
No, that was like the second concert. We went to a concert like a week or so after. Like,
after or before? Now you're confusing me.
No, we went to a concert. We went to like the Legends of Hip Hop concert.
So which one did I hold your hand at?
You held my hand for the first time in your car on the way to that Legends of Hip Hop.
Which was before or after R. Kelly?
Before R. Kelly.
Okay.
But it was like a couple weeks after we had met that we had went to that.
oh, but I only held your hand in the car.
Yeah. I think so.
Okay. But I held her hand in public for the first time at the R. Kelly concert.
I don't know.
But anyways,
So basically the importance of this is that I know, like, us as women, we get so caught up on, like, oh, I have to meet this guy and he has to do, you know, X, Y, and Z. Well, it's good to have your list.
standards, yep. Mm-hmm.
Excuse me, sorry. Pregnancy, indigestion. Whew. Okay. It's good to have your list. Write down your list of all the things that you want in your mate, your life partner, your husband, whatever it is that you're searching for. And even maybe make a list of all the things that you don't want to. I know before I met him, like before, you know, the party and all that stuff, I had wrote down these things, talked to God about it. I was like, this is what I want, but I'm going to stop, you know, looking for it, stop searching for it at this time. But, you know, this is the deal. You and me are here, God, right? Got it. And so that was kind of it. And then, like, he came. And he was here. So while it's important to do all those things, don't get so caught up on, like, oh, well, I just met this guy and I've got this, oh, we've got a date for at least 2 years, you know, before I feel comfortable, you know, wanting to spend the rest of my life with them or, like, marry somebody. Honestly, it doesn't matter how much time you spend with somebody. They're going to show you who they really are in, like, really the first couple weeks.
Yeah, the first couple weeks. And I feel like the more time you allow, the more space there is for failure, or for either person to mess up. But don't, ladies, let me talk to the ladies first. Don't be gullible, you know, just be open-minded, and take it for what it is. I mean, you should be able to differentiate between someone who's genuine and someone who's not, and you know, take it for what it is. For the gentleman, for me, I was at a phase in my life where that's what I was looking for, and I always tell people, just be true to yourself. If that's what you're looking for, look for that. Don't lie about it or tell someone that that's what you're looking for when really and truly you're playing her and you got 2 or 3 other chicks that you mess around with. So that's the phase that I was in my life. I was looking for that, and funny enough, the day that I met her, I was about a week out of a relationship of which I thought I was going to be in for the rest of my life. That's just how God works, for whatever reason. And I met her, my entire life changed. You know, for me, the major takeaway, and I'll always say this, is happiness and laughter. That's what I saw in her. That's what I like. Throughout our dating process, that's what we exuded. And up to this day, 2 years later. Even yesterday, I joked around her. I was like, babe, I think I'm still in my honeymoon phase. And she was like, no, babe, we ain't in no honeymoon phase. For me, it is. You know, I love spending time with her. Yeah.
Just because I don't feel like we're still in the honeymoon phase doesn't mean I don't like spending time with you. Just life is real. Like, we're having a baby, we're moving, things are crazy. So it's like a lot more serious than it was 2 years ago, and it's like a lot to deal with, especially for me because I'm like an only child. He's been on his own since he was 17, and
I'm
like,
a G.
You know, I'm an only child. I won't say my parents are coddlers, but I didn't get very far away from the nest. So doing all this adulting stuff a lot is like, holy crap. So he's really good about just like being the responsible.
So after this video, well, first of all, let me tell y'all, like, comment, share, subscribe.
Were we finished?
I guess not.
We got off topic. I guess we're finished. If you have any other questions that if you have any other questions that you would like us to touch on or like explain or go in further detail, leave it in the comment section. Subscribe, like this video, follow us on Instagram. We'll leave the tag somewhere in this screen.
And look forward to our next videos. We'll talk about our first 2 years of being married. We're going to talk about the difference between being married for 2 years and dating. We're going to talk about that transition. So stay tuned. Bye.
Bye.